Paul J. Lipsky here from dropshippingtitans.com with another dropshipping update, this time in regards to the coronavirus and how it has been impacting dropshipping and what it is that I'm doing about my sales on different platforms as a result of this virus. So there's a lot that's been changing since the last update that I gave, and these are really important things for us sellers to know about. So let's dive right into my computer and I'll start sharing with you some of the information that has come to light recently. After that, we will then jump into the live chat because this is a live broadcast. I'll answer any questions that you guys have about eBay or Amazon dropshipping. If you don't want to miss the next live stream, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification so that you can join us live. All right, so as of like last week or so, or actually a couple of weeks ago now, eBay rolled out a kind of notice saying that they were strongly, one of their policies is that we can't misuse health claims. We can't say that different things that we're selling will cure or prevent coronavirus when really, according to the CDC, there is no exact cure for it or way to prevent it like a vaccine for it. So they kind of warned us not to do that. And they also warned us we cannot do price gouging. We can't inflate our prices over the market value because that's illegal and they will not stand for that. Well, update. As of just a couple of days ago now, they've said flat out they are going to block any new listings that are for masks which people are buying to help prevent the spread of coronavirus, any hand sanitizers or gels or disinfecting wipes as well. So that is a complete ban now. So it's a kind of a big move because obviously these products have been selling off the shelves like crazy. I've been traveling all around the country. I travel around the country full time now in a camper van, and we've been to so many Walmarts, so many Targets, so many pharmacies looking for hand sanitizer and masks, and we're not able to find anything. The only stuff we found were at health food stores. We found like these hand sanitizers that were not alcohol based, and just so you guys know, the CDC recommends that any hand sanitizer you buy to help prevent the spread of coronavirus, it has to be alcohol based, at least 60% alcohol. All these ones in the health food stores, they don't contain any alcohol, so they're complete junk. So those are the only ones we were able to find. We found very few of the alcohol-based ones. So they're flying off the shelves. People have been buying them up and selling them on eBay or Amazon for inflated prices. And so eBay has flat out said, you know what, you're not allowed to sell them at all now. No one's allowed to sell them. Similarly, Amazon has done a similar thing. So they've recognized this as well, that price gouging has become a huge issue on their platform. So they said that they have removed over 500,000. Sorry, Siri keeps popping up on my computer, which is really annoying. So over 500,000 high-priced offers that were way above market value have been removed from Amazon, and they said they've suspended 2,500 seller accounts. So they said if you are violating price gouging rules, then you're going to be suspended from selling on Amazon, and that is exactly what they have done. So is this true? Have they actually been able to accomplish this? Hold on, guys. Series. So is this true? So on eBay, I came on here and I still see hand sanitizer for sale, but not as much as we used to see. So let me just take these out. So for instance, here's some right here. Here's some hand sanitizer. Here's like these little holders for hand sanitizer and dispensers for them, but you're still seeing some hand sanitizers for sale. So it's not a complete, eBay hasn't done a complete thorough wipe here. You still see them. These are definitely inflated prices as well. This is like a relatively small, it's like a normal size hand pump one, and it's $33, which is way overpriced. Even like this one is pretty tiny. It's selling for $11 plus $4 shipping. So even that is a markup. But there's not a whole lot left. And so you could tell they're definitely trying to do it, even if they're not being 100% successful. Face masks as well. I came through here. The face masks that people would be selling, I don't see a lot of them. I do see some right here. I do see like these ones which don't prevent you from getting coronavirus, and there's those are still for sale. So eBay, it does look like they are making progress, but I still see that there are some things still for sale. Now on Amazon, there's still a bunch of things for sale, but the prices seem to be normal. I mean, these are pretty big ones, so it's like $50, and a lot of things that are currently unavailable because they've just been completely removed. So they're doing a much better job here. Now, does that mean that we as sellers shouldn't be like what should we be doing as sellers here? So obviously you should not be doing price gouging. You should not be going into stores buying a bunch of these hand sanitizers and face masks and trying to raise them up in prices, because as you see, if you're doing it on Amazon, they're just going to shut down your account flat out. So do not do it. On eBay, they said they're going to block new listings completely. So it's just not worth it for you, whether you're doing drop shipping or anything else. I mean, with drop shipping, you probably can't do it anyway, because where are you even going to buy them from, right? But as for Amazon, or not drop shipping, it's just a bad idea. We'll get more into why it's a bad idea in a couple of minutes. But the thing to keep in mind is that there's still lots of things that you can sell that people are going to need and want in the upcoming, weeks and months. So every sort of disaster, anytime we have something like this, people need to have a supply kit, a basic disaster kit. It includes things like flashlights, batteries. This says a whistle, moist towelettes, garbage bags. People stock up on toilet paper, paper towels. They stock up on first aid kit items. Hand powered or battery powered radios, even non-perishable foods, things like cell phone chargers, local maps, just things like that. People are going to want those for an emergency preparedness kit, and there's nothing wrong with selling those at a normal market value price, which means not inflating it a super high amount because people are desperate for these items and going to buy them. So these are types of items that are going to do really well in the next few weeks. As long as you're ethical about it, there's nothing wrong with you drop shipping and selling those items yourself. So again, a big one that I know is any sort of paper goods, paper towels, paper plates, water containers, all these things, like during hurricane season, we see them do really well, and I'm sure they're going to do really well during this time as well. And that's not to belittle, of course. We're talking economics here. We're talking like market and selling. I'm not trying to belittle at all the obvious terrible death toll that's occurred, but that's not really the focus of what we're talking about. But of course, I did want to acknowledge that because it is really tragic what has happened, and we're definitely thinking about that. Okay. Now, another big question is is it safe to drop ship items from China or to get any sort of items from China? And the answer appears to be on the CDC's website. They said because of poor survivability of these coronaviruses on surfaces, there is likely very low risk of spread from products. So if you're worried that these items are going to have coronavirus on them, if your customers are worried, I would send them to this website. They can make a calculated decision for themselves, but I don't feel weird about drop shipping products from China or buying products from China during this time, because according to the CDC, the survivability of coronavirus on different packages that take days or weeks to ship is very, very low. So it's not something that I'm particularly worried about. Now, another big concern during this time is obviously the stock market. It's going up and down and up and down, more down than up, right? Saw some big drops the past few days, and then yesterday went up, and now today back down. Now, there's a couple of ways that this will impact us. So the first way is, are buyers going to continue to buy items if we're in some sort of market crash? And the answer is yes and no. So they're not going to spend as much money on luxury items. They're not going to spend as much money on items that they don't need. But there are items that people will continue to need, that they will continue to buy. And I've already kind of talked about those. A lot of those replenishable items, those continue to do well in any economy because people always need them. And the other thing that I'll say about this is that yes, people are afraid, are beginning to become more and more afraid of going out and being around other people. So we as online sellers, that is a big opportunity for us because people, instead of wanting to shop on online, um, sorry, in store, they'll instead want to shop online. Sorry, I get a message here. Okay, never mind. I want to make sure everything was okay with the live stream. Um, so that actually leaves a big opportunity for us because they're going to avoid going out into Walmarts or into crowds, and they're instead going to order stuff online, and that's where we come in as online sellers. Now, the other component of the market is obviously if you have any stocks, if you have any retirement accounts that are in the stock market, that's a problem, obviously, because all those are going down. I know I have money in stocks, in index funds, and those are definitely down. Personally, what I'm doing is I'm not doing anything. I'm not selling anything off. I'm not going to go on a buying frenzy either. Because I'm not a market expert. I don't know how to time the markets. And, I've read in the past that you should buy low and sell high, right? And it's and people say like when the market goes way down, you should buy a bunch, and when it goes way up, you should sell at the top and then wait for it to go back down. Now, if you had followed that philosophy, then over the past like 10 years, we've had one of the largest economic growths in this country ever. And so if you were not buying in during that 10 years, you lost out on huge opportunities because that was a really long period of growth. And so you wouldn't have been buying in during that time period at all. So what I'm trying to say here is, and I'm definitely not an expert on this, is that you should not be trying to time the markets. That's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to time the market. I continually put money into the stock market at a regular basis, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. And over time, the stock market has always gone up. So that's what I believe it's going to continue to do. Now, the whole reason that Amazon and eBay have put these bans on here and these strict rules is because of price gouging. It's different by every state, but basically and the reason I want to bring this up is because you can face violations for this. You can have jail time for this. So do not do this. It's just not worth it for a couple extra $100. And this basically when you sell items at a higher price than market value because of some sort of emergency that's going on, and it's just unethical. It's illegal, and you definitely shouldn't do it. But the question is really, is it unethical? And that's kind of the discussion I want to have today. I want to hear everyone who's here in the live chat. Let me know your opinion on this. Is price gouging really unethical? I mean, on the one hand, it says, yeah, definitely it is. You're taking advantage of people's hysteria, their fear. People, all these hand sanitizers have run out and people need them, and you're selling them at a really high price. And so who's going to get them? Only the people who can afford them. Only the rich people, or people without as much income are going to spend money on it, and they're going to not have any money. They're going to spend all their money on it. Is that ethical? On the flip side, the other thought is, well, we live in a capitalist society, right? So this is the way it works: supply and demand. Demand is really high right now, and supply is really low. Why can't we take advantage of that? There are people willing to pay those prices. People with money willing to pay those prices. Why can't we as sellers sell it to those people who want it and are willing and able to pay that price? So I want to hear your thoughts on this. If you what way you feel about it. I'm kind of more the opinion that it's unethical, but I totally see the other side of the argument here because we do live in a capitalist society. So let's see who's here in the live chat, and I will put up on the screen any questions you guys have and any comments you have. So we have Gio here. What is up? Thanks for being here. And Jamie Lewis, thanks for being here. Iron Ryan from Virginia, I believe that's what VA means. TMSR from Ohio. And guys, I'm coming to you today from Tucson, Arizona in where am I? in a McDonald's. So if there's a lot of noise behind me, I do apologize, but I do the best I can with these live streams, try to always find the best Wi-Fi to do them. McDonald's usually has the best ones. Nice backdrop. Did you do the painting? No, that was Mr. McDonald, Ronald McDonald. Okay, what is up, Rich? Thanks for being here. Um, Good point, Rich. No big deal to ban them since no one has them anyway. Really good point. Um, okay, you can make your own hand gel with vodka. I don't know about that. You might want to read up on the CDC website about that. What is up, Lazy Abram? Um, maybe okay. Yeah, so any homemade disinfectants must be 60 to 70% alcohol, no more, no less to kill the virus. Wow, I didn't know it couldn't be more than that. Okay, let's see. Hit that thumbs up button, says Bobby, and I couldn't agree more. So thank you. Okay. I think it's a gray area, but I don't think it is a good thing to do, says Bobby. Define price gouging. Let the marketplace set the price, says Rich. Lazy Abram agrees with maybe Rich. What is up, Simply Dana? If it costs too much and people will not buy it, then the price will come down, such as market economy. Yeah. All right. So I had some questions that people had asked me this week, so I did want to throw them up on the screen here and answer them for you live. So, first question is, well, first comment is from Kane. I wanted to give him a shout out. One of my students said, "Hey guys, I just made my first 2 sales within 24 hours of starting. So thank you, Paul, for everything." And he had a question after that. So, Kane, thank you so much for letting us know and sharing your wins. This is one of the reasons I created the private Facebook group just for members of the Dropshipping Titans course, because it does allow people to ask questions like Kane did, and also allows people to share their wins like he did. And those are really exciting to see. They're very motivating for other students. So thank you, Kane, for sharing. Let's see. Um, I'm not loving McDonald's, but I love your channel. Free Wi-Fi is cool though. Honestly, I paid $1 just for a cup and filled it with water. Because I'm not going to eat while I'm on camera here, but I do want to pay something because I am using their Wi-Fi. Mobo Mania was selling the masks, but they were only up for 4 days and was going to take them down anyway. So Body Hair Positive says, "Hi from Australia. Here the supermarkets are all out of toilet paper, hand sanitizers, painkillers, tissues, and hand wash." So that's pretty crazy. Right here, I've only seen that hand sanitizer and masks are the things that are out. We still have soap we can find. We can still find some thermometers. Toilet paper is not an issue. I haven't looked for tissues, to be honest. Okay. Another shout out to one of my students. Again, this is inside the private group. Said, "Made my first sale with $236 profit. Cha-ching," which is the sound that the eBay app makes when you make a sale. So $236 profit. I mean, that is awesome. And that's pretty much the price of the course, which is pretty incredible. So thank you, Ben, for sharing that. Okay, so Eric says, "Now eBay charges sales tax even if you are not a business selling used items. One scam to the next." So what is Eric talking about here? So eBay over the past over a year now has started to automatically collect sales tax on purchases made on eBay, whether or not the seller decided to collect sales tax. So we as sellers, we can decide in certain circumstances we have to collect sales tax for items. That was the way it used to be. Now eBay is taking care of sales tax for us. Now Eric's complaining that they are doing that automatically, even if the seller isn't a high volume seller. But Eric, I understand the frustration. I know how annoying that can be. But what you have to understand is that eBay is required to do that. They don't have a choice. The states are telling them they have to do it. It's called marketplace facilitator laws, if you want to look that up. And it's basically the state's telling eBay, you have to start collecting sales tax for all your sellers. I don't care how small they are. So It's not a scam. It's just something that they're required to do. So you should really be blaming the states there. Uh, is it true newspapers in Australia are adding extra pages of unprinted paper to use as toilet paper? Okay. So Texas Picker left a comment a couple days ago saying, I just listed my first item from Home Depot on eBay. Why am I so afraid? So Texas Picker, that is a pretty common feeling, okay? It's pretty common to feel like afraid when you're first starting something like this. I remember when I first started listing items, I was am like am I doing this right? Like is that all I do? Like is someone gonna buy this? And then when someone buys it from me, I'm like, did that actually just happen? I'm going to be making a video soon about what it felt like for myself and some of my friends when we made our first sale online. And for me, kind of give you a sneak peek. It was kind of like, whoa, did that really just happen? Like, is this real? It just seems so foreign and strange because it's all being done online. It's not like someone's coming into my store and handing me $5 for something. It's like online. It's like it felt really, really strange. So if you guys want to see that video, I'm going to have some top drop shippers, top sellers, people that you probably watch on YouTube or Instagram. If you want to watch that, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on that video. Should be dropping in a couple of weeks. It's going to be really cool. Okay. Next is from Kristen Simpson. Wants to know if you should use a personal or business PayPal account. I always recommend a business PayPal account. Okay. Okay, so Stacy has a good question about drop shipping on Amazon. Stacy says, I made a video talking about how we as drop shippers on Amazon can win the Amazon buy box. And Stacy said, "Oh, I thought that the buy box only goes to FBA sellers." So for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, let me kind of break this down. So when you're selling on eBay, there are primarily like two broad ways that you can do it. The first way is that I'm going to buy like 10 pallets of an item and I'm going to send it to Amazon's warehouse. They will then put it in their warehouse, and if it sells, Amazon will ship the item out for me and take care of all the customer service and all the returns. That is called Amazon FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. The alternative is FBM, fulfilled by merchant. I'm the merchant. So that's when I sell an item on Amazon. Once it sells, then I ship it out. Now, with underneath that umbrella, there's people who have the items themselves, like if I had a warehouse full of the items, and there's people who do drop shipping, which is what I do. So we as drop shippers can win the buy box, despite what you might have heard. And the buy box is when you go on Amazon.com. Let me show you. So when we're here on Amazon, let's open up one of these listings that looks like it's active. Let's just open up this one. And you see here on the right, it says add to cart or buy now. See that over here? This is the buy box right here. So multiple people might be selling this item. Let's say like 10 people are selling this item, but only when you click this button, only one person is going to get the sale, right? It's not like when you click this button, you buy 10 of them from 10 different people. You're only buying from one person. So you want to win this buy box, win it. You want this buy box so that when people click this, the sale goes to you, right? Now, that doesn't just happen if you do FBA. There are a lot of factors that determine if you are going to win the buy box. So you don't need to be FBA to get that buy box. Okay, so this is a really good question. It's never come up before in these live Q&As that I do. But Keenan asks, okay, I sold an item on eBay and I plan to drop ship that item, but eBay is telling me to print out a shipping label for $3. What do I do? So Keenan, that's what happens. So when you sell an item, eBay will email you and let you know you sold it and tell you to print out a label. So anytime you sell something on eBay, you can print a label directly from eBay, slap that label on a box and ship it to the customer. Now, if you're selling items yourself, and you have those items in stock, printing labels from eBay has a lot of advantages. It's first of all, it's very easy. You don't have to go to UPS or FedEx and buy the label. Assuming the weight and dimensions are correct, it's all fine. You also don't have to worry so much about uploading tracking because once it gets scanned, that tracking number will automatically show that the item's in transit. So and I think the prices are cheaper as well. So it's definitely easier to do that. But we can't do that as dropshippers, because we can't print out a label and then give it to like Home Depot to put on the box. That's not going to happen. So what do? You just don't print the label. You don't print and use the label. You don't get charged for those labels unless you print and use them. So just ignore that part that says print out this label and use it. You don't need to do that. It's just something that eBay wants you to do because they make money when you do it that way. But you don't need to use those labels. So as long as you don't print them and use them, you're fine. Okay, let's jump back into the live chat and see who's here. All right. So another thing I completely forgot to talk about when it comes to the coronavirus and drop shipping is what about the items that are coming from China that we're drop shipping from China? Now, we haven't been doing a lot since the coronavirus, but it does seem to be getting better. For a while, a bunch of the suppliers that we were using that we got from AliExpress weren't shipping out. Many of them have now started again, and it looks like, as of right now, according to what I read in the news, is that China does seem to have a handle on it. So I'm hoping that things will return to normal there soon. That would be a good sign for the rest of the world, so that we can all get it under control in all of the different countries. But I'm ready to go really hard with items from China once this all kind of blows over. Um, cool. Okay, so can you buy in bulk when drop shipping on Amazon? Well, you can't buy in bulk if you're drop shipping. It just doesn't add up there, right? So when you drop ship, you buy one item at a time and ship each of those different items to each different customer. So you can't buy in bulk when doing that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So next question. And by the way, guys, if you're watching this on the repeat, that's awesome. If you have a question for me, ask it in the comments section of any of my videos, and I'll just throw it up I'll take a screenshot and throw it up on the screen just like I did right here, and then I'll answer it during the next live Q&A. I do them every single week at a different time on a different day because I never know when I'm going to have the best Wi-Fi. So that's why it's important to both subscribe to the channel, which I'll show you. If you hit that, first hit the thumbs up, and then on the right, click the subscribe if you're on your phone, and then turn on notifications. That will then open up your settings, and then you want to make sure that your notifications for YouTube are turned on. So that way you get notified, then click the bell notification and click all. And that way you actually get an alert on your phone when I go live, which is pretty helpful. Okay, so next question is from Texas Picker again. So some good questions this week. How long does PayPal or eBay hold your funds? Do you ever get instant pay? Good question, Texas Picker. So when you first start selling on eBay, eBay tells PayPal not to pay you out right away. So you get paid on eBay, and PayPal is going to hold that money until you upload a tracking number that shows that the item has been delivered. Once the item has been delivered, PayPal will release the money to you. So just upload your tracking number and you're fine. Now, PayPal will only do that for 1 to 3 months. Once that period, it's called PayPal jail, expires, then you get instant pay. Now, it can be as long as 3 months. A lot of times it's shorter. If you make enough sales, upload enough tracking numbers, and have a good history of making sure your items get to your customers with tracking numbers, many times PayPal will get you out of PayPal jail even faster. After that, you do get instant pay on PayPal. Um, my name is Corey, says, hi, all. New student excited to get started. So welcome, Corey. Congratulations on getting started, man. Uh, okay. Okay. Cool. So let's go to the next question because I got some great questions this week. Okay, I sold an item for $300 on eBay and PayPal's fee was $10. Is there any way to avoid PayPal's fee? No. You're using PayPal as a payment processor. You have to pay their fee. Now, eBay is getting rid of PayPal. So they're moving to their managed payment system where the payment processing is done directly in eBay. If you're on managed payments, which not a lot of people are, but within the next year, it should be a lot more people moving over to managed payments. If you're using them, then you're not going to be paying any PayPal fees, but you will still be using, which I don't, in most cases, you shouldn't be paying any PayPal fees, but you will still be paying eBay fees, and you'll still be paying fees to eBay for the managed payments. So there's no way to avoid paying fees. What you want to do though, fade, is you want to make sure your items are priced correctly so that you increase them enough so that it covers the cost of the item first. It covers your eBay fees. It covers your PayPal fees, and anything else you you have fees for, but there's no other fees. Anything else, cost, I mean, and then you also raise it enough so you actually make a profit. All that is built into the price of the item the price that you listed for on eBay, and that's how you take care of it. Uh, okay. Okay, Paul, do you buy stocks? So at this time, I don't buy individual stocks. I'm only investing in index funds. What do I think about buying stocks that are cheaper at this time because of the coronavirus, hoping that they will go up? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a strategy that people use, in my opinion. And again, I'm not an expert on this. It's just my kind of opinion on this. I would only do that with money that I would not be afraid to lose. So if it's all your money, if it's money that you're afraid you're going to lose, I would definitely not play around with that. We do, again, invest regularly in the stock market into our retirement accounts. That's something we're going to continue to do. I'm not going to try to time the market and say this will be the lowest point, so I'm going to buy now. Now, what if we dump everything in and then it goes down even further? Um, it just there's so many emotions that go into investing, and it's always bad when you put emotions into investing because that's when you make decisions like selling off when things are dropping down. So that's just my opinion, and I'm not an expert on this at all. Uh, let's see. So let's see. So thank you, Bobby said, yes, I took his dropshipping course and VA course. It was all worth it. So thank you, Bobby, so much for that glowing review. Okay. So let's move on to the next question. Kev66 says, how do dropshippers use gift cards? Okay, so basically, I'll answer this one fairly quickly. So basically, what you do is there are websites that will sell you discounted gift cards. So you can buy like $100 Walmart gift card for like $90 or $95. So that just basically like made you $5 to $10 right there, right? So that's the way we use gift cards. That's one of the ways. The other way is you can use gift cards and give them to your virtual assistants so that you don't actually have to give them a credit card, and that way you don't expose your credit card information. So that's kind of the other way. But the primary way that I use them is buying discounted ones, and that adds 5% margin a lot of times, which is a lot. That definitely adds up. Uh, okay, next question. Okay, so there's a question about AliExpress, which I was talking about before, which is all items being drop shipped from China. And Turbocharged Gadget says my previous eBay account was suspended because of AliExpress. They have long shipping times. um, and I got a lot of complaints because of long shipping time. So what's happening there? So turbocharge, if you're drop shipping from AliExpress, if you're drop shipping from any Chinese supplier like AliExpress, Banggood, China brands, you have to set up your listings right on eBay so that it says these items are coming from China. They have a longer shipping time, they have a longer handling time. It's going to take longer for you to get your item. You have to have your buyers have the right expectation up front when it comes to these items and how long it will take for them to get those items. If you use your regular business policy that says that it's going to take 3 to 5 days for the customer to get their item, they're going to be really mad at you because it's not going to take 3 to 5 days. It could take 3 to 5 weeks for them to get their item. And 3 to 5 weeks is okay. That's totally fine if the buyer has that expectation. If they understand before they buy the item, well, this is going to take a long time to ship, but I'm going to get it for so cheap. I'm willing to wait 3 to 5 weeks because it is so much cheaper. But you have to give them the right expectation by having the right shipping times on your policies. And that was a mistake that you probably made here by not having that up correctly. The other mistake you might have made here is that, when you're on AliExpress, you can see the reviews for the seller. You don't want to use a seller that has low feedback. So anything like under 95%, I stay away from. I try to get like over 98% if possible, but 95% is like the bottom. That's the lowest I will go for the seller. I'm not talking about the product. That's something separate. You can actually see the feedback for the seller, and that's what you want to keep above 95%. In addition, the product itself, you want to make sure that that has good reviews because you don't want to be selling some junk product that people are just going to want to return because it's a piece of junk, right? So make sure you're doing that if you're going to start using AliExpress again. Okay. TR Forever says, hello, do I ship the product or will AliExpress ship the product? So if you're drop shipping from AliExpress or you're drop from Home Depot or you're drop shipping from Walmart like I do, then once you sell the item, you then buy the item from the other website, from AliExpress, from Walmart, from Home Depot, and that supplier will ship the item directly to the customer. You never handle the box yourself. You never handle the inventory yourself. That is the way drop shipping works. That is literally the definition of drop shipping. You sell products online. You don't handle the inventory. That's all handled from a third party supplier. That's not you. And that's why this can be done anywhere in the world. That's why I'm able to drive around in a camper van all around the country while doing drop shipping from McDonald's and Starbucks and Whole Foods, wherever there's Wi-Fi. Actually, I do have Wi-Fi in the van, just not good enough for live streams, which is why you always see me in a fast food restaurant. Or is it lighting? Or do you have pink eye? It's I don't think I have pink eye. I noticed that my eyes are a little red. It is a bit drier here in Tucson than I'm used to, which is why I'm chugging this huge glass of water. So I hope that's all that is. I also have my contacts in, which is probably not a good idea when you have dry eyes. But I don't think I have pink eye. I did notice that too, though. Like my nose is getting a little stuffy too, just over the past half hour. I think it's just dry weather. Uh, okay, so I have a question. I sold an item that was out of stock at my source. I had no choice but to cancel the order. Reason for cancellation, I chose something wrong with the buyer's address. The buyer then gave me negative feedback. My question is, can I get that negative feedback removed? Probably not, to be honest. So the item was out of stock. You canceled it for the incorrect reason, which I understand why you did that. And I don't think I would have told you to do anything different, but um, chances are you're not going to get that feedback removed. I would not call eBay about it. I would not bring it to their attention. Just something you got to deal with. A lot of feedback you can get removed. I get most negative feedback removed pretty easily, but Something like that, I would not even try, to be honest. Okay, let's see. Um, okay. Let's see. Any good questions here? Hmm. Okay, cool. So I think I've answered like all the main questions you guys had. So I do appreciate everyone who hung out with me today, and for everyone's opinion about coronavirus and all the great questions. If you guys want to make sure you don't miss the next live stream, remember to hit that thumbs up button first of all, and then make sure you subscribe to the channel. And also, if you have any questions for the next live Q&A, make sure to ask them in the comments section of any of my videos, and I will answer them next week for you guys. For now, stay safe, and you know what to do. Just keep listing. Bye for now. Also, one more thing, down below underneath this video in the description are lots of free resources for you guys to check out if you want to learn more about eBay and Amazon dropshipping and have some free trainings in there. So go ahead and check those out. Those trainings are completely free. And underneath that are the paid trainings. If you're really serious, you want to take my full on courses about dropshipping, those will be underneath the free trainings for you guys to check out. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Again, stay safe, and I'll see you next week.